OG, we were kind of talking a little bit ourselves, and I think between the two of us, we're kind of thinking OG might have a little bit of the stronger lineup.
Yeah, I do like this Morphling. I don't think Morphling is contested in this game. They do have a lot of stuns, but in terms of damage, this is like Arrow, Starstorm. He can get away from the hook shot from the cogs as well. Dragonite's damage output is very limited at the early stages of the game. Same goes for CK, so I feel like this should be a pretty good Morph game.
Watson has to navigate the brambles, and they won't commit. They'll just send him back. Sorry, go on.
30 seconds to battle.
As, let's see. Does Watson go back on this? They control these bounty runes. Is it going to be more than just a 2-for-2 at the moment? I feel like Fishman. We've seen this Mirana before. You know, we've seen Miranas go 2-0-1, already taking that point in the Starstorm, committing to that immediately.
This is classic Fishman. Also, his build, circlet for branches, coming out from him, wants to be able to harass a lot of stats early on. This is Taiga. Bramble.
Trying to navigate to stay with him. Eventually we'll hit one. And we'll taunt as they both kind of walk away from each other. So it ends up being 2-for-2 in the bounty runes, despite pushing them back on that bottom jungle one. Toby and Katomi are hitting away on Chu. Battery assault, so doing some damage to the Rubik, who's only got Fade Bolt. And is this going to be first blood? Ooh. No, Taiga's going to get Fishman right before.
Taiga, like 1 second before, gets the first blood. They kill Fishman. Bramblemate, I think this hero, like, maybe I'm a bit biased, but I feel Dark Willow is such an underrated hero. It maybe comes down to, like, having two ultis that, like, if you misuse your Terrorize, it's gonna look like kind of crap. But other toolkit is really nice. I also don't want to see Shadow Realm max. I think you go for like 4-1-4 build. Maybe you put a second point in Shadow Realm just for a bit more value. And Taiga will kill the courier. So great start for him here in the bottom lane.
Yeah, I was saying it in the last game with Elder Titan. I feel like there's always at the end of patches, there's like those hidden gems that come out for the most important games. Something that strats that maybe teams have been kind of thinking about, right? Holding on to.
I don't know if they like saved strats to be in this position. To be honest,
like, but you know, secret weapon.
It's always been Taiga special. Like when he played when they played with the like all the Alliance squad, they were called back then. Old Liquid, and now Fishman got a drop one more time. DM. I love the build. Infernal Blade on level 2, not going for Devour. Gives them that extra kill threat. And now Fishman, another free TP. That's good. 100 gold. We'll bring items. We'll serve as courier for Watson.
So we're going to take a look at the replay from the first blood. And Fishman standing right in the brambles as he walks into a second. And Taiga gets the first blood. So really nowhere he could have gone without walking into the brambles. If he stands still, he's dead. If he runs away, it's into the brambles anyway.
Professional tip, try to collect as many brambles as possible, and you're gonna die. It's just like godly plays bramble, though, coming out from Taiga.
Sorry, I got a little concerned. Whenever you say the word professional, it's usually followed up by e-gamers.
Yeah, this is what they do. Watson, 10 CS, decent amount of denies, but looking at the mid lane, good start for Stormstormer. Watson, can he navigate? Yes, he can.
So he gets out of the maze, and like you said, Stormstormer having a good job compared to what BZM was doing in the last game, where he just started in a dominating fashion. Gosh, I don't know if you could repeat that, but it is certainly something that he did real well in game number 1.
He's CSing so nicely, getting all the denies. Gets Dragon Tail, and gets 2 denies from it.
So BZM with a little bit of struggle. He's down 6 CS and 5 denies.
Because you're also not, like this, why Dragonite is so strong is you don't buy bottles, so instead you can invest in different items, whether that's gloves, whether that's Belt of Giant Strength, and then you get early Power Tread, so your last hitting is going to be even better. This is Power Treads 4 minutes into the game. Fishman, And Watson. Shadow Realm is used.
Now drops down the Bramble Maze, trying to navigate, and will be stunned for 2 seconds. Arrow to follow it up, but the Fairy Fire, the Infernal Blade, Taiga trying to run through the trees and get away from Watson. They get the kill on a Fishman, and now Taiga, he's got Brambles in Shadow Realm in a second, but it won't matter as he gets right-clicked down by Watson.
Those early stats that he bought did really help him out survive as long as possible. Yuragi, 14-1. Toby, Pano talked about this not being his best hero, but so far doing a good job. 17-7, putting a lot of pressure. Kataomi, level 3, so Chu is gonna die. Nicely done. They outpush the lane and immediately start to play aggressive.
Watson bottom, Shadow Realm charged up. There's a kill for Taiga once again, taking out Watson. That is a significant kill to get in this bottom lane. This is 7 kills in under 5 minutes. This is a bloodbath so far.
Love it. Our observer doing one hell of a job. We did not miss a single kill.
So we'll see if the bloodbath continues. Sometimes I feel like when games start like this, sometimes teams will start taking a little bit of a more conservative route. 32-11 to the 21-2 of this Ember. This is Stormstormer knowing what's on the line, showing up in game number 2. And you said it from game number 1, right? Stormstormer is the guy that they kind of rely on to get the ball going.
Trying to make a move on Stormstormer. Searing Chains in a second, but Dragonite a bit too tanky to try to get a kill this early on. Even like has 3 points in Dragon Blood just to have that extra sustain.
Yeah, never truly advised to go for a Dragonite, especially when they've got that many levels.
It always feels like when you're trying to gank Dragonite on a mid lane, you need to bring an extra hero. DM.
Arrow hits, Starstorm connects, but Bramble Maze, Fishman trying to leap, goes through another Bramble. Uh-oh, he's got 25 health. And will branch Tango. Trying to run, Taiga has Shadow Realm in a second, but with the salve, all he's going to do is just try to stop the salve, and I think he was successful. BZM off to the side and just getting harassed now by this Clockwork. They're going to TP in this Rubik to mid because BZM, he's going to fill up the bottle, but he's still getting chased. Runs into a stack, and the Fadebolt hits it, but the cogs are there. Kataomi just being a nuisance.
Watson, he's the one kind of struggling, and also with that move Fishman was kind of forced to make, he dragged the creep wave to the bottom tier 2 tower, which means that he's stealing some CS from Watson as well. Yeah, he's getting the CS for himself, but these were 4 creeps that he just took away from his carry. A lot of tower damage done by that Dragonite. Dragon form, first one, plus double damage.
Stormstormer thinking about protecting Kataomi and going into the Midas Blink, so that's what he wants first. This Clockwork still not going away. They'll TP in this Dark Willow once again, leaving DM to his own devices over bottom.
Doom this time around. No Meteor Hammer, just straight up mana boots into Hand of Midas.
I know you've kind of had a love-hate relationship with Meteor Hammer throughout
Depends which hero is building it.
Agi with the adaptive strike. They're bringing over Chu. And Fade Bolt, Telekinesis. Battery Assault's going to end in a moment. And they get the cogs down, so again, Kataomi will survive, and he continues to be annoying on this Clockwork.
Mid lane.
Dragon Tail Arrow. They've got the combo. Starstorm with a Remnant back towards the bottom rune. They'll bring Taiga in, but Watson's here behind him. Goes into the Shadow Realm. And now is just trying to leave, but he is surrounded and gets hit by a 2-second stun. Watson should have the damage. Can the neutrals steal it? No, they can't. So Watson getting a kill there on a Taiga. BZM with a Remnant to leave. He's been using these Remnants pretty defensively. Oh, the Wrath of Nature flies in from Toby.
This Observer Ward behind, he's pinging it out. Chu is like, there should be a ward there, and now Kataomi playing aggressive. Chu doesn't lift him out of the cogs.
I swear Entity have just been running at OG for the first 9 minutes of the game, and they have not stopped. Toby's going to come in and help Kataomi get the kill on a Chu, and it has been non-stop aggression. They already got the tier 1 over mid.
Tier 1 tower mid gone. Taiga gets the D ward on that ward that did allow Nature's Prophet to get a kill. And this is also Doom Morphling lineup, so that means that it's very slow. These two heroes need a couple of items, so it's gonna be a lot on BZM to carry this game. Oof, Recovery Midas queued up on BZM. This is gonna be a long game, it seems like.
Yeah, if they want to turtle up and recover the way that they're planning to already, this is going to be an issue. So for Yuragi, treads Lincolns is the idea right now. Stormstormer, Fishman, BZM. Kataomi is also here. Cogs on the push. Stormstormer looking for the Dragon Tail, Elder Dragon form, and now looking at this Morphling under the Tier 1 tower. They'll go into the trees. They've got 4 heroes towards top. Ags first for Toby. No surprise, we've seen this from Nature's Prophets in the offlane quite a bit.
It's pretty standard build. Like, you build into damage items later on, you get that Maelstrom into BKB, go back for Gleipnir to keep these heroes in place. He might even go for full Gleipnir if he has an opening for it.
Watson chains, Bramble Maze, Watson goes into the ult but dies. Wrath of Nature flies in, and now the Bedlam right on top of Kataomi with the solo hero damage. It still won't be enough with the arrow coming through from Fishman and the damage from Stormstormer.
This is Hand of Midas completed on Stormstormer. 10, 11 minutes into the game, Power Tread's Hand of Midas wants to be able to scale, understands that in this type of a game, having 3 cores that scale well into the late game, probably at one point this is going to be like Blink BKB into Ags Manta style, and then these supports, they will suffer.
Midas now picked up for Doom, going BKB right after. Morph still looking at that Lincoln's. Midas even queued up for Taiga.
Okay, I said this is going to be a long game. Could be a quick one if you start to lose those fights and you have Hand of Midas's available on 2-3 cores. Kataomi, another hook shot.
Now hook shot, but the Cogs push away from the arrow. Goes into the Shadow Realm. Bedlam Soul target again. Cogs pushing away DM. They get the kill onto 1. Looks like they might trade, and they will. That's a 4-time spree going to DM, so that's no joke in terms of gold for the Doom.
Does not have Doom skilled yet, has a point. So could go for it, and now going straight into BKB. Stormstormer's already here, wants to put some pressure onto the tower. Chu steals Nature's Call. So he can jungle, he can scout things, block the enemy triangle, try to put some more pressure on this bottom tier 1 tower as well. For now, let's see if he starts to block the camps.
So yeah, he sent all the treants to the camps immediately.
Kill it, Fishman. Use arrow. Oh, didn't manage to block this one.
Just killed it in time.
But managed to block 2 camps, so that's pretty cool.
Now that was the idea, stealing it, throwing those out immediately. Kataomi with the Tumbler's Toy. BZM will remnant away. As Battery Assault starts. So we do see that Doom is top of the net worth, and that is to be expected. However, the next 3 are all Entity members. Toby with the Terrorize and the damage, the Bedlam, the kill. Stormstormer's here with Kataomi though, and Taiga's gonna stand in front of this Clockwork who doesn't have hookshot. But, well, they'll still get the kill there onto Taiga, so it'll end up being a trade as Yuragi uses that waveform to get some distance between him and the rest of the entirety of Entity.
Fishman will snipe the Courier. Voidstone killed from Yuragi. Still tier 1 tower available on a mid lane. Whenever you have Ember Spirit, you need some kind of tower damage. So one of the reasons why the tower is not dying. Maybe with Chu using those treants could start to put a bit more pressure on it. BZM, Recovery Midas is online.
So he's got that Recovery Midas. Still looking at Taiga. You know, he's saving up gold and he's going for a Blink Dagger, right? Not a Midas.
No. Right. This is Hand of Midas. He's feeling himself.
3, 5, and 4. Such an odd stat line 13 minutes into the game. Dragon Tail shifting, and Yuragi. He should be A-okay. So he'll be fine. But look at where Entity are playing. 3 heroes in the enemy jungle, and they are forcing Uragi to just kind of sit back. Wrath of Nature, Taiga's here, Bedlam, hook shot blocked. So he tried to go for the hook shot, telekinesis to throw him back. They'll fund Taiga behind the tier 2, and he'll now sit 3, 6, and 4.
A bit too deep underneath the tower, uses Bedlam, shares damage with Trian, so the damage on Toby is not gonna be there. NP very tanky, sitting underneath the tower, has like Occult Bracelet, has good stats gain per level, and now Aghanim Scepter is gonna be finished. Chu try to go for one more steal. This time around, it's just gonna be Sprout.
Not sure. It's, you know, not terrible.
Not the spell you want to have at this point of the game.
Yeah. I just wonder if it's a little bit of lockdown. Maybe it could do something. Bedlam is going to be used on top of Fishman, as well as the Shadow Round Strike, but don't get that kill onto the Marauder. So, kind of lacking the finishing touches to these kills. But Entity still playing aggressive, and they are up 10-7. Net worth starting to lead towards OG, though. And that's with these Midases on both the Doom and the Ember.
Plus Devour Gold on Doom. On top of that, BZM still holding double damage for a couple more seconds. Might go for Fishman here.
Hook shot on the Chew. Telekinesis throws him out of the cogs. And while that's happening, Terrorize. They'll go for Stormstormer. Dragon Tail. They're bringing in Toby. Arrow's not going to land. Remnant forward, still trying to get the kill on a Stormstormer. Toby comes in. DM. He's just running right at Stormstormer. Eventually gets the kill with the BKB. He needs to run.
No TP on him.
And dooms Watson. So no TP. Still trying to get out of here. Trying to get that illusion ahead of him.
Tumbler stole in 5 seconds. And Toby with the Sprout again.
DM will Midas and then die to Watson.
CK, best hero in the game. Runs hero down while being doomed. Does not care at all. Watson in the middle of the pack. Same farm pretty much as Morphlink at the moment. Like Morphlink, when you go for Lincoln Sphere, it does tend to slow your farm because the components for farming are not the greatest. You build into Perseverance, which is no stats, it's just straight up region, so maybe a bit more waveform. If you go for like Dragonlance, Morbid Mask, then you can farm more. Now finally gets the Ulti Orb, just a recipe away from that Lincoln's, and this is gonna be a big one, so you won't be initially stunned by Dragon Knight, and the other, so they can't layer the stuns on you.
Meanwhile, BZM, he's going for another farming tool in the Maelstrom. So he'll just about have that. Not really the power spike that, you know, maybe some are expecting for OG. It's the Maelstrom Lincolns. That's not the biggest impact, right?
Yeah, the big one is Doom. This is really early BKB, 15 minutes, already used 1 charge. With the first Doom, they didn't get the kill, but they got like killed before using it. Uragi.
There's the root from the Ags with the Wrath of Nature. They'll land the arrow, Dragon Tail shifting, but well, he's going to stay in first gear as he dies. So, 1K net worth lead for Entity as they've got 13 kills very early on, and they smoke. They kind of want more. Looking for anything they can get their hands on. I'm still excited. I'm watching Taiga's inventory. He's got 1,600 gold, almost 1,700 gold.
That's recipe coming, for sure.
Let's see. Tumbler's Toy and Rocket Flare. Ooh, almost tried to thread the needle with the hook shot and won't land it. So misses the hook shot there under the Shroud of the Moonlight Shadow. Let's see, Maelstrom kind of going off. BZM finally picked that up. And more 200 gold away from that Lincoln's. We've just been reiterating that.
BZM recovered nicely considering the start that he had. He got dominated in the laning stage against the Dragon Knight. Didn't make like rotations early on. Didn't get any good runes that he can rotate with. So now, with that Maelstrom pickup, having the same amount of gold as Dragon Knight with the, what was that? Like 10-minute Hand of Midas plus Power Tread, so keeping things even.
Yeah, doing a good job. And has really, that Midas worked out, paid off. And the dividends come in when you've got that Maelstrom to clean up the creeps. So things sitting really close between these two teams. What's the game plan coming into the next few minutes for Entity? What are they looking for?
I think they could go for a pick-off, some kind of a smoke, maybe Moonlight Shadow. And they do have sustain to kill the Roche. With CK, who's farming the Ancients right now, going into Blinkdagger next before BKB. Maybe he thinks that he wants to be that guy who jumps in, follows the Dragonite as well. But the big timing for Entity will be 2 BKBs on their side. Toby's BKB is going to come in slightly later because he's also going for another item, which is going to be Maelstrom. So another farming tool for them. Things are pretty even in terms of net worth, but OG investing a lot of gold into those Midases.
So while the net worth may be close, they're sort of like an item behind it in some ways, right?
Yeah. There's a Dragon Scale on the ground that Stormstormer did not pick up.
Hook shot hits Taiga. Goes into Shadow Realm, Bedlam, and puts the Bramble Maze down, but there's the Wrath of Nature with the arrow. Remnant forward, Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains. Kataomi will die here to DM. And the Blink Dagger will be purchased by Taiga as he gets that gold. My disappointment is immeasurable.
Now I'm just looking at the Dragon Scale. Stormstormer, is he gonna pick it up? It's behind OG Banner at the moment. I guess the creeps hit him and he lost the scale.
There he goes, picks it up. They find themselves Fishman, so another kill for OG. And showing off that Blink Dagger on Taiga. He still has Midas Q. I'm excited. Still excited. Still optimistic. Take a look at the odds brought to you by esportsbet.io. And OG are favored pre-match. From what I saw on the panel, it was Entity who was favored a little bit.
Extra gold kicking in. Like in terms of scaling, their lineup also scales really well. This is Doom, Morphling, Ember Spirit, but so does Entities, like the tricore of their lineup. Fishman, someone's at the door.
Someone's knocking on the door. Someone's ringing the bell. You know that song?
Now I do.
Let him in. Paul McCartney and Wings.
I know the Let Me In meme. I'm more of a meme guy rather
Eric
than the
Andre.
song.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. So hopefully a quick pause. Maybe it's food delivery. Hopefully it didn't spill.
Hopefully not pizza. So double BKB is going to be available on Entity. In the end, Watson decided to swap things around, disassemble that Echo Saber, and just, I think the recipe is getting delivered. Yeah, so we'll have a BKB. It's a much safer choice. Like, the only ulti you care about is Doom, and even if the Doom is available and you already used your Phantasm, you're going to fight back. Because with the lifesteal, you still feel very good, because they can't just lock. Maybe if Morphling, like, locks you down, gets on top of you. But it seems like Watson doesn't care too much about it. Pops the ulti, and this is going to be another pick-off. DM gets it.
Continuing to get kills. That Wrath of Nature doesn't really do anything to keep alive the clockwork. And all of a sudden, OG are really chaining together kills. And their net worths on BZM and Yuragi are really lifting off. And same for the supports, too. A lot of gold for these heroes. Hobbs catching vision of Fishman, who's got that shard on the courier.
Fishman has shard?
I think that's what popped up.
I don't think he's going to go for shard on Morana. Maybe Kataomi has one queued up. It was DM's shard that got delivered.
Okay, it didn't... The graphic, I was looking at my screen, graphic screen.
Yeah, it happens.
My fault.
So Infernal Blade upgrade, longer duration stun, level death.
Ooh, tell me about level death.
If you can count to 3, multiply by 3. It's a very good ability.
So it's the anti-Valve spell, counting to 3.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay. 1K net worth lead here for OG. Manta, Scotty on the queue for Yuragi. Nobody down here bottom for Entity, though. They're all kind of grouping together. And let's see, they've got a smoke available on this Clockwork, and they will use just that once they clean up that ancient camp, and they'll TP over towards Taiga. Stormer with the blink, the Dragon Tail, and the kill there for Toby. And that's an easy pick-off. Do they thought about going to Roche? It looked like that was the direction they were heading in. But back and forth and back and forth, and DM comes over the BKBB, popped by Stormer, as well as DM. Both teams kind of pulling off for the moment. But they've got the hook shot from downtown for Staff Wave. Form right across. Kateomi's dead. So fast.
And now
BKB,
he finds him.
He gets the right one, puts it on a Watson, and it's probably time for Entity to retreat off this. Terrorize was thrown over, and they're going to find themselves this CK and get the kill on a Watson. They get Toby as well.
And this is Roche. They should, unless they want to go for more. No, they are pinging it right now. Yuragi with that Lincoln Sphere. That was such a great play from DM. First, he pops one BKB, gets BKB of his own, they retreat, and then finds an opening on CK. Watson was quick enough to use BKB, but they still run him down. Yuragi turns into CK, has that extra protection, extra lifesteal. Let's see if maybe there's going to be some kind of a snipe. Kateomi does not have it for a couple more seconds. 2-1, hook shot available.
Oh, hits the morph. And it's still on the ground. Woo! BZM finally picks it up. They get the kill to Kateomi. They're taking out Fishman. That was dangerous.
Fishman,
it works out.
It was nuts. They left it on the ground. Morphling used the waveform and blocked the hook shot.
Yeah, that was...
Not sure if that was intentional because they don't have any kind of vision in that area.
He saw the rocket flare and was
maybe he's like saw the rocket flare and like, yeah, this is the angle. Some 200 IQ play.
Doing the calculations. With that, they finally get the tier 1 tower over mid. You got to remember, Entity, they got all tier 1 towers like pre-10 minutes.
Yeah, but ever since they picked up those BKBs, they haven't managed to find a good fight. They, again, Rubik, Shard, Forstaff, holding on to Dragon Tail. This is long duration stun. Like, even if you go on someone, one lift from Rubik, one Forstaff, the cast range from Arcane Supremacy really helps out a lot. And now, they are looking for something.
Oh, by the way, a little bit of lag and resumed in pause. Gloves of haste on Taiga. Still a chance. Late game Midas. I'm excited. How do you feel?
I remember a couple of times when Taiga carried the game as Dark Willow. So he wants to get to his level 20 talent. If you want to go for right-click, Shadow Realm duration, level 25 attack speed, maybe get some neutral items as well to help you out. Get Moon Shard, Ags. This is how you carry the game from position 4. BZM recovered nicely. He's third on the net worth at the moment. Not as farmed as Doom because his net worth is inflated.
Pretty much tied with Toby too, so he's right there with him. And Yuragi. 4-man smoke. They're gonna go up. Maybe find this Entity squad. Get Taiga onto the high ground before that happens. Smoke gets broken. There's the blink as well as the Dragon Tail. DM comes in with the Doom. Hook shot onto the back lines. They get the kill to Taiga. Now they're focusing their attention on Stormer. They'll get his life out of his hands. BZM losing that Aegis. But turning into the CK, Yuragi throws out a stun. They've got the Reality Rift. They get Kateomi, and they'll finish off Watson. Triple kill for Yuragi. Going after Toby with the BKB TP. He is going to escape. But Morphling just popping off.
This could have easily been 3-for-0 trade. Taiga, this time not quick enough to use Shadow Realm. Gets stunned 2 times in a row. Dies in the end. But yeah, losing the Aegis, not really something that OG cares too much about. It was expiring anyway in a couple of minutes, and now they win a big fight. I love the build from BZM. He's been on point this whole series.
Radiant's middle tower.
First the game on Invoker, then this recovery Midas that's gonna keep him in the game. Going for Kaya Sanj, amplifying damage, fire remnants all around. And I think we gotta give credit to DM because he's been really nailing it in these fights.
7-1 and 8. The Dooms have been on point. Not afraid to just throw it out. He's got a lot of farm, that shard, that early level death, the Octarine core, and also picking up the Psychic headband, so can get it done from a distance.
Ultra high level as well. Level 18 on Doom, getting closer to that level 20. Minus 35 seconds cooldown on Doom with the Octarine core. Also potentially CDR neutral item. Quickening Charm about to drop.
We get later in the game, maybe a Spell Prism will drop for him. He's got one more chance at this Quickening Charm. So we'll see if that ends up going his way. Over Seal Totem for Entity. They've got the Brigand's Blade on Watson. Other than that, nothing too crazy in terms of neutrals for this team. They're coming over, Telekinesis. Dooming Stormstormer. Look at the damage on him immediately, and they get the kill. So they'll take out the Dragonite. Toby with the BKB, he's trying to fight. They'll find Taiga, they got the Sprout, they landed the arrow, BKB, TP out, no! They got the timing right!
They're just cleaning them up.
Trying to Sprout, trying to leave.
Watson was not even part of that fight. He was just chilling there pretty much. 2 right clicks and that's about it. Did not want to commit. No Phantasm available. BKB was at ready. 8-second cooldown, 8-second duration BKB, but OG in full control of this game because of that Octarine. He was able to get another Doom in a fight.
And after what was a good start for Entity, everybody on the side of OG now leads the net worth. Like this, the Midases have paid off.
Not yet. Taiga needs 100 gold for his 30-minute Midas.
The timing's impeccable. It's perfect here for Taiga. And then he'll carry the game, right? That's what you're telling me?
Yeah. I think if he went for, like, any defensive item, like, Force Staff is okay always, no matter what. You can't force yourself out of Shadow Realm, so that's a big downside on Dark Willow.
It kind of feels like one of those games where you're playing Dark Willow and you could build anything you want.
Because the rest of the team is playing so well.
Yeah.
BKB being delivered on BZM.
It's like that game where Bobica went Weaver and he just bought anything you wanted. You remember that? And they still won that game.
Ooh, now Morphling level 20. Waveform attacks targets. Plus Eye of Scotty available. This is going to be healing reduction on Dragonite, on CK as well.
Level differences are just so vast. Oh my.
Dire are
The experience difference has got to be huge. It's 11 levels. 26%. I don't know what that turns out to be. There's the Midas. Ladies and gentlemen, he's got it. Midas is picked up. And Kataomi is picked off. Fishman, Ogre, Seal Totem to run away.
Still has to use it. Leave me one creep. There we go. Finally uses it. 31 minutes into the game. Now the real scaling starts.
How many more charges till he pays it back?
Like 10.
Is that your brain doing math?
Yeah, that's how it sounds.
You know,
You can never heard it before because I never did math. I just randomly spit out some numbers. Spit some numbers and, oh, tier 1 tower still alive here. Underneath the ward.
oh, pulling back in. Chu, they get the kill to the Rubik. Now, Sight of Fist avoiding the arrow. They'll look for the kill on a Taiga, who's looking for the Terrorize, but they get the kill on a Watson. Now they look over at Stormstormer. Should be a kill for the side of OG to get another one. And now
Timed it
Toby.
nicely.
It's to be or not to be, as that will be the question, and the answer is not to be.
Yeah, they're just dominating these fights. Only lose one supports last couple of fights. They try to go on Taiga. Shadow Realm gets out of the trouble. Again, DM with the Doom and Morphling popping off in every single fight. He's just completely uncontested. They cannot kill him. And Yuragi understands that, and now going more into physical damage. At least that's what queued up. Could potentially get like a Silver Edge to be able to break Dragon Knight and break Chaos Knight if you want some like cheap damage from Crystallis. Could still change his mind. Road of Atos as well, Gleipnir against CK and the Illusions. We really haven't felt damage coming out from CK in these fights.
No, not at all. Laning phase maybe a little bit. Other than that, it really hasn't been the CK kind of game you're hoping for. 10,000 damage from him, but you look at the numbers from OG, and everybody but the Rubik out-damage him. So this is not going well for Watson. I wonder if maybe more playing, like you said, maybe Silver Edge next, but if DM continues to get the experience at the rate he's going, he might just get applies break. Huh.
It could. Yuragi's not messing around. Decides to pick up the shard for himself, so that means he's going to be able to get the shift off no matter what, even if he gets stunned.
Minute 45 to Roche. Toby up top, or sorry, down bottom. Up top mid. And he's going for the Hex. Just trying to rat a little bit.
Haven't really seen him do the ratting. All tier 2 towers are alive. Radiant using a scan. Let's see if it connects. Catches a glimpse of Yuragi, so they know something is up. Gem has been held by OG for quite some time now, so planting vision is kind of difficult. I don't think they have a single observer ward. Yeah, map is dark.
Yeah, DM's been holding this gem for a long time, and he just doesn't die, so he'll always have it. Smoke. Double damage. Ooh, picked up by Stormstormer. Blink in. Dragon Tail. Bramble Maze. Hook shot. Now the BKB. They go to the Doom. It's going to be thrown on a Stormstormer. Remnant over from BZM. They're going to get the kill on Kataomi, but he's able to get away. They'll buy back on Chu. They'll take out Stormstormer. Now Watson. Can we feel the damage? Not really. As Yuragi's just going to stand his ground. They'll get the kill on a Fishman. The battle on top of Toby. They've got themselves the telekinesis to kill off Watson. They'll call GG. OG with a clean sweep 2-0. And they put themselves into the major tiebreaker tomorrow.
Whew. They made it look easy in this series. I was about to say they...